Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Let's see here. That is a lot of light. Let me go turn that off. So, if I turn that off. If I turn that off. The light bulb is still a lot of glare. But this is the garage. It's not a studio. Alright, let me get this link going out. Let me see. I am logged into my. Let me get this out to people. Okay, so we have it going. And then let me take this to here. Hopefully everyone got it. And now wait for some people to come in. And then hopefully we will be able to get started here. Let me do some fishing around. See if we can get some people in here. Some more stuff next to me. Talk about combos. I can't really test anything because my tripod is over there and it doesn't really exist. The thing broke off. I'll show you guys later. I'm just gonna be messing around with some stuff. Just trying to theorize. I got my handy dandy notebook. Write stuff down. See what we want to test later. So let me go open this mute tab. So I can go. Let's see. Some people type in the chat, so hopefully I know who is here. Because I just want to start as soon as possible. So let's just see who comes in. Check out. I'll have my phone to see if we can get any other people on here. So, is anyone able to type in the chat? Oh, we have one viewer, which is myself. I'm going to close out of this tab. And okay. see here. Let's go. And my view count is at 0 because that one account was me. Okay, let's see here. Now we have a viewer and a like on the stream. Can you type in the chat to let me know who that is? Or at least let me know that you're here. Like, can you hear me? All right. I'm assuming you can see me. Because it's giving me camera feedback. I assume you can hear me because it's measuring my audio. But are you able to use the chat? Oh, okay. That's weird. Why can't you type in chat? Does it just not give you the option? Oh, okay. You were on desktop, I'm guessing? Oh, okay. We have some people coming in. Hello, everyone. Okay, started working. That's good. Okay, that's cool. I'm glad it started working because, like, when I tried to set up the stream, it was like part of it wanted me to connect my OBS, but I didn't know if I had to do that to stream at all. But the YouTube desktop site just let me go live regardless without OBS, and I still don't know how to use OBS either. So if I ever like stream anything else, like if I have to like connect my phone camera so I can show you the stadium over here, then I can do that. But my tripod just doesn't exist right now, so I can't really do a testing stream. Actually, let me show you this. This is so funny. So the part that actually holds my phone into the tripod, it snapped. I forget when it snapped exactly, but now I just have a piece of gaff tape that I have to wrap around my phone so it stays upright so I can angle it down at the stadium. So that's really funny. But yeah, the piece that holds your phone in place, I have it right here. This piece, you just screw the thing onto the top of it, and then you put it in here. but that piece actually broke in my car. So I don't know where that is, but that's pretty funny. I ordered I ordered a few of them online earlier today, so hopefully they'll get here soon. So I can actually do a proper testing stream, because that would be fun. Okay. Oh, for the OBS is just for the overlays and stuff. Okay. GoFundMe for my new tripod. I think this is like the rest of it works just fine. It's just awkward to carry around everywhere, especially because of this hook. Because if you don't have the legs, it doesn't stay like extended fully. It doesn't stand up, but like on the lowest possible setting. It just doesn't stand up without extending the legs, which is kind of annoying. But it's like heavy duty. It has like a handle and everything, and it has like all these like screws and stuff to like modulate. This one broke off, but it was to like adjust this modulation. This handle is also kind of broken, but it controls like the up and down. This is probably the most advanced tripod I've ever had access to. And there used to be a crank on the side to raise and lower the thing, but now you just have to unscrew it and just yank it up. There used to be a crank, but that broke off too. I actually got this for free on the side of the road, and for being a free tripod that had been abandoned, this is actually pretty good. Requiem Word for the Fans. That's crazy. I can't just do that. I can't just do that. I have to be locked in. This is my old hat. This is not my regular one. For those of you who actually know me, you'll know that I can only use my special moves with the correct hat. This is my old one. Okay, so what I want to do, I have my handy dandy notebook, and I want to go through and sort of plan out some combos to test, possibly in a video or in my next stream. So I will take ideas, but there are a few things that I just want to jot down, just because I want to keep track of like my ideas before I forget, because I have ADHD and I will forget. First thing that I want to sort of solve the mystery of is I own 3 wizard rods, and I want to find out which of them is better. So I'm probably just gonna label them. I'll probably like print out like a label and just label them like 1, 2, and 3 or whatever. So yeah, I'm just gonna record. Find best wizard rod. Sort of what made me do this is last night at the tournament, I lost pretty badly to Okashi, mostly because I couldn't outspin his wizard rod with mine, and I think it's just a mold difference thing because certain wizard rods are different. He was using the green one, and I think on average the green ones are better than the regular yellow ones. The stadium set yellow ones are like better than these, but they're worse than the green ones. That's just what I've heard. But mainly, I just want to know which of my 3 copies is the best one, just so I can try it against his, and then see if I can beat him. Because I know it used to be like that with me and Armor back in the day. Like if you go way back into my channel to find some wizard mirrors of me and Armor, you'll know that I win all of them because my wizard rod is just more balanced than his. So now it's that way with me and Okashi as well. How am I so good at this? I don't I honestly have no idea. I just hear these things and I'm like, that's probably correct. I don't know. I've always had a thing for science, I guess. I don't know. Stealing my combos? How? How do you steal my combos? They literally don't work unless you use their special moves. Like this thing, for example. This thing does not work unless you use the special move. That's why it didn't work, because I forgot to say it. This didn't work yesterday because I didn't use the special move. That's literally the only reason why it didn't work. Okay, moving on with what I want to test. I want to test. Some of you saw this already. I want to test my Dark Emperor combo. It's the free 570 level. The only reason I chose 570 was because it matches. But also, I wanted to see if the free spinning assist blade does anything, and I just thought Dark Emperor was just something cool to put it on now that we have Emperor. So yeah, I'm gonna test. So I'm gonna write down my handy dandy notebook. test Emperor Dark or Dark Emperor. Test Dark Emperor. Alright. So, and I know the glare is bad. This is my garage. This is not anything crazy. Mad Scientist Hazard. That's crazy. Emperor colors, yeah. This is just a regular Emperor. I wanted to put this on the white Emperor, but I couldn't find mine. Mine is it's actually right here in my other case. Yes, my other case. I have two of them now, but I wanted to do it on the white one because I couldn't find it. I feel like the black one matches better with like had the purple and then this is blue and this is blue and purple. So I guess. Okay, so next thing I want to test Wyvern on other stuff. This isn't the only thing I've really used Wyvern on besides like 360 Rush. I think I used 360 Rush like a one time ever. And I tried to use the kick combo. My kick is like kind of obliterated. I have it right here. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's just a little bit dirty and like ground down, so I might need a new one of these at some point. But yeah, my kick does not behave correctly. That's why I haven't been using it recently. And also, can any of you guys say in chat if you guys can hear me okay? Because these are just my default speakers. At some point, I will test my headphone speakers, as well as I actually just own a microphone, but I just wanted to do a baseline test to see if my audio was doing alright. So yeah, test Wyvern on other setup. Test other Wyverns. Okay. Yo, Okachi, what's up? Yo. We were just talking about. I'm making a list of stuff to test in my next stream, and I put down that I have to test for my best Wizard Rod because I want to see if I can beat you with a Wizard Rod mirror. Because I actually want to find out if it's my Wizard Rod or not. But our match was crazy, actually. It's just like I just couldn't outspin you like what 3 times, and that basically lost me the match because on that reshuffle I was thinking about just pulling out a shark and trying to kill you, but at that point I was down 1 set already, and I was like, there's no way if I get lucky enough to do that I win the full set, that I win the full next set. Nothing much, just jotting down combos and just chatting in general about some stuff, trying to see if the stream works all right. Oh, I'm just jotting down combos to test later on. So I put down find my best Wizard Rod because I own 3 of them. I'm about to get a 4th one. And then I put down that I have to test my Dark Emperor combo. And I'm just writing down stuff to test. And I want to test Wyvern on some other stuff because this isn't the only real thing I've had success with on it. And I just want to see if I can free up these parts for other stuff if I want to use it. Because we know Flames tournament with the 6-on-6 is happening soon. So I want to see if what the 6-on-6 Pokemon battle thing is happening soon. So I just want to see if I could free these parts for something else. Just because 760 level is just a generically good balance setup. So I want to see if I can use something else with this and keep Wyvern in the deck. Other stuff, I want to test Pinoy's clock combo with the M85 and Underneedle. I actually have this now because I won the Stadium Shuffle event at Warehouse Rec. I have no idea how I did that, by the way. Actually, I know exactly how I did that. I did it because Mr. Memes gave me 3 free points by making my opponent extreme themselves. So yeah, thanks to him, I now have an Emperor set. And speaking of Emperor sets, we have to test this. We have to test this guy, the Waffle Beyblade. We have to test Waffle. I have it on random stuff right now because I didn't want to shove them in my case and damage the parts. So I just have it on random stuff, but I'm gonna put down definitely test waffle. Test waffle. Okay, and I also want to test heavy in general, because this is the first thing I thought of to put it on. Just Pegasus. I feel like giving it the metal chip would just make it too top heavy. I feel like that would just make it literally too top heavy. But I'm gonna play around with the placement of the metal portions, because 2 sides, 3 sides might be a little unbalanced in certain configurations. So that's why I give it 6, because 6 is like the most like balanced ratchet in my opinion, just from what I've seen and from what I've done with it. So yeah, that's probably gonna be cool. What else? I need to get a new shark. For those of you who don't know, my shark is actually, the contact points are blowing upwards, so I've had to use it on taller setups recently. So 770 rush. I've been using it on this just because it can contact higher stuff while also being able to reach under. But I want to get a new shark just so I can go back to using with low stuff like I used to. Because I think the first tournament I had shark, I used it for I used it with just the classic 455 under 455, not 455, 450 and a low rush. And that gave me good success for a while until the contact points started like bowling upwards. So I definitely want to go and check if that is going to work again. And I definitely need to keep testing with this thing. I do think it was complete luck with me winning the tournament last week with this thing, or the last week or two with this thing. But I do think I won for a reason, and I just have yet to discover it yet. So I think the luck is definitely able to be manipulated with this combo. So I think that'll be something of interest to touch on. I also need to get. I also have Green Golem. I don't know if I should actually start using this, or if I don't know if I'm confident enough to use Golem and win with it. Because if I use this and I don't do anything with it, I'm gonna feel really bad because I would have damaged a perfect green golem for nothing. I have a normal one. It's just that I just don't want to ruin the green one. But if it's that much better, then I might as well. I just don't know if it's any better than the regular one. And then also we have to test Wolf Hunt, or the Hunt Blade in general. I have it on this right now because it just made sense at the time I was building combos for it. I haven't used this yet. I have used it. It's just like not very much. I haven't done like an intense testing on this thing, so it could be really crazy. From what I've seen of it, it is not that crazy at all. It feels really bad to use against if you're just putting it against Wizard Rod over and over again. It feels really bad. But if you're using it against other attack types, it can actually do like decently well. If you put it on Kick, especially, Kick can make this thing stand up really funny. As well as if you have like a really good point bit, like it's on my Pegasus right now, and it can just stand up really easily, then that's probably really good for this thing. I definitely want to test this. So I'm going to put down to test the wolf. Test hunt. Hunt. Blade. Okay. So let's see here. I think that's all I wanted to cover Beyblade wise. Oh, I do have to give a shout out to Westervelli because recently he is the reason that I have a Dragoon. Because my Dragoon is completely dead. It had cracked, and Westervelli had given me a new one free of charge. So thank you for that, Westervelli. It will probably come into use as soon as the new Jolt bit comes out, because I'm definitely using this with Jolt, because I think that'll be really, really nice. Because I feel like Level is too uncontrollable with it, and Elevate is too burst prone. So I feel like something else that is a wide bit would be good with this. Like I've used it on like Excel. I tried to use it on Excel and Zap, but it didn't do as well as Level. And whenever I've used it on Level, it just stopped spinning and or got knocked out. So I don't really like the Level combo with this, but I like the wide bit variety of use with this thing. I think that's all I wanted to cover Beyblade wise. If you guys at any point have any combo suggestions for the things I have written down, or anything in general that I haven't really thought of yet, feel free to post in the chat, and I will write down your combos to see if I can make them work. If you guys want to post like meme combos to see if I can make them work, then that's funny as well. But if you guys have serious suggestions as well, then I can try those. Only things I don't have are the wheel assist blade and like black shell. But pretty much every other part is fair game. I think that's the only thing I literally don't have is the wheel and is flame and wheel. And I also don't have the whale assist blade, the massive thing, the massive assist blade. But I have everything else. I think I'm pretty sure. What else can we do here? What I'm going to do is we're going to put our handy dandy notebook aside for a minute, and we're going to do something fun. We're going to sort through a box of Pokemon cards that has been sitting in my garage for months on end now, and I need to go through this to see if there's anything useful that I need in my deck. I have dividers. I have a lot of stuff. Ooh, I know one of my friends needs a boot bonnet, so that's good to have. That's good. Good. We have a bunch of cards, mostly just from packs I've opened over the couple of months. What whale? Oh, regular whale? Yeah, regular whale was good. I've tried using this so much recently, and it's like I can't use it. I can't use like hard hitters very well. Like the first like hard hitter that I could use was Eclipse, but I was never able to use whale. But yeah, I'm looking for useful cards that I need for my deck. This pile does not contain any though, except for that boot bonnet, which I need to give to my friend. Oh, this card is crazy in the Goldango deck. Put 2 cards on the top of your deck, then draw both of them. That's kind of the craziest combo, like in the meta right now. Oh, here's an Ultra Ball. That's useful to keep track of. So here's my Hyper Aroma. My crazy fire energy. I have so many of these fire energies. I love these things. What do we have in here? There's an Earthen Vessel and a Chorus. Shrouded Fable hollow. Here's an amulet. That's pretty good. Oh, and I have the one of the Halloween Dusknoirs in here. Put that in my Halloween binder. Okay. I think this is my favorite Pokemon card right now. Just like my favorite card right now. This Morpeko. Because it just lets you look at the top of your deck, and if you don't like it, you put it on the bottom. So it's such a simple effect. But it's actually pretty good. I played it in my electric for a while. Because it can attach energy from your discard to your Pokemon. I know there is some useful stuff in here, like Block Scouting, for example. That's a really good card. I know it just got reprinted, but here's a Rabska. I'll probably need that at some point. I know one of my decks is in here too. Night Stretcher. That's a $4 card. It's a common and it's $4 somehow. Oh, same thing. Crispin. Crispin is good. I'm so sad that Magnezone is gonna be leaving Standard because I love this guy so much. Here's a random Dark Arbok from Team Rocket. I don't know why this is in here. I don't really play Pokemon as much as I would like to, just because I can't really get out of the house that much. Oh, 2 more Magnezones. That's fun. Oh, Enhanced Hammer is really good right now, so it just discards special energy from your opponent's Pokemon. And there's some pretty impactful special energy going around. Oh, this card's gonna be good. Ends Castle. Same thing for Forest. Forest is the most broken card in the game right now. If you evolve your grass Pokemon the same turn you play them, which is kind of insane. Crystal, really good. Lets your Terra Pokemon attack for 1 less energy, which is really good. Oh, Alakazam. This is my deck that I play right now. New Pokemon on Switch? No, I do not have a Switch. Unfortunately. And I'm not downloading stuff on Steam for like $40. It's just not worth it. I think this was the old remnants of a deck I tried to play back in the day. And apparently the game is really bad. That's what all my friends are saying. But we all know that that just like species of people that just automatically say that every game is bad just for attention. And basically all my friends are like that. Like we all know that we all know that guy who just says every game is bad just because they want attention. Just because they want to argue about it. Yeah, I like gaming. For the time that I did have a Switch, which was like a good like 2 years, I did enjoy it. Just like it took up so much of my time, and it's just like, I mean, I still have my old Wii U, so I still game on that sometimes. But like, I don't game like competitively. I just game with stuff I know how to play. Like, I recently completed New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I just need to do World 9 now, and I can't do it for some reason. Oh, here's my Skovalian deck. The remains of this deck. This deck is so good. I love this deck. I want to put it back together. Oh, here's the poison package. I have my Petrons, my Root Bonus, my everything. I guess. Well, I'm not like a I don't game competitively. I'm just a competitive person in general. So if I mess up something, and I'm just gonna be really mad at myself, and it's just like it's not worth it. Like I used to be like really into gaming. Then I realized that the only thing that it leads to is me being upset. So it's like I just don't game anymore. Oh yeah, this is my entire Skovalian deck. So yeah, I'm gonna keep track of this. We got quite a pile of stuff. I find that I don't have good attention span for card games, especially Magic the Gathering. Yeah, Magic is probably, it's not as difficult as it is expensive to get into competitively. Magic is probably the easiest card game that there is. Pokemon is like right next to it. Pokemon is probably easier than Magic, I'd say. I don't play Magic, I just know people who do, and I know how to play the game. I just don't have stuff for it. Oh yeah, Pokemon cards are sort of in like an apocalyptic era right now where like scalpers are going crazy for them. So every card shoots up in value because if you can get your hands on the box and you pull the good card, then you have to profit off the box. That's like the theory behind it anyway. Silver Tempest Lugia, yeah. The alt art, That's kind of insane. The Altart Giratina from not it wasn't Silver Tempest, it was Lost Origin. Those are kind of up there. Everyone's going crazy over the Paldean Fates Mew, the shiny Mew in the bubble. That one is like really up there as well. I know one day me and my friend Steven, who you probably have heard of before, we were in a Walmart parking lot and we had bought a Pokemon mystery box, which was notoriously really bad in terms of value. And first try, he pulled the Altart Lugia that was like $200 at the time. The Mew, yeah, that's pretty insane. I want the regular shiny one just for my deck. In here, I actually think I have the shiny here it is. I have the shiny Squawkabilly. I think it's in here. It's in here somewhere. I have a shiny Squawkabilly that I use for my deck. Here it is. Shiny Squawkabilly. I wish they printed a shiny for every version of this. Like I wish they printed every version of the Vivian from Black and White, the butterfly Pokemon that has like 13 different forms or whatever it is. Yeah, pretty cool. Altart Alakazam from 151. No, my friend used to play Alakazam, but now there's a better Alakazam. It's the regular one, just a one prize. It's better. It's the one that I was playing at when I was over at the place with you guys. It's the one that does 20 damage for each card in your hand, and as long as you have with the way the math works, the HP in Pokemon go from 180. They go like 180, 190, 210, like 180, 190, 210, 230, and then up to like 310, 320, and 330, and then all the way up to 380 with Mega Venusaur. So you can essentially do the math to figure out how many cards you need in your hand to one-shot everything in the game, which I think is a really cool skill aspect of that deck. Let's see, anything else in here? Well, this electric is good. I should be saving this. This is the new way to play electric after Miraidon rotates out, which is going to happen, unfortunately. I had to sell my my gold Miraidons before they would hit it out because they were still like $8 a piece ish. I had both gold ones, which is pretty strange. I'm actually gonna go get my other box, which is right over here. Here we go. Have a tin that we have to go through. Whoa! Okay. I'm glad the stream is working though. I'm glad I didn't have to set up too much stuff. Ends Castle, that's good. Ends Castle. Let's do so your Pokemon that belong to N don't have any retreat cost. So they essentially have Pokemon that belong to certain trainers in the card game now. So like in the anime, certain characters have like a relationship with certain Pokemon, and now they just have them. So like for example, in Gen 8, Marnie had a Purloin, so they named Marnie. They gave Marnie a Purloin. And they gave stuff to Marnie and Ethan, which is I think a character from the manga. They also give stuff to Hop, which is Leon's little brother. I think that's like a cool concept, but it's like basically making Yu-Gi-Oh archetypes in Pokemon. And some people don't like that, but it's cool. And to make a comeback, that would be pretty cool. I don't know how they would write that in. They probably could, but they've already like reached the hop. Not the hop. They've already reached like the peak of like the first arc, so I highly doubt that would happen. Oh yeah, Hop was like kind of overlooked. He was he was a cool character, but like he was sort of like supposed to be like the stereotypical younger brother of someone famous who just doesn't get any attention. So I see what they were going for. But it could have been done much cooler. Oh, this new energy type is one of my favorites. It's the old black and white energy with a different foil pattern. I'm pretty sure we have some people coming back in the new game, but I don't know. I don't know much about the new game because again, I don't have the ability to play it. Here's another electric. I need to save here. Here's the new Zekrom. The new Zekrom is pretty cool. It's like a Charizard, to where for every prize card the opponent's taken, it does 50 more damage. Oh, here's one of them. Here's N's Darmanitan. Apparently, N had a Darmanitan. That's cool. The reason it has a stamp is because it comes out of the special prize packs you get for playing the game. N is getting new support soon as well. It's going to have a crazy supporter card come out. Oh, here are some Dynamos that I need for the electrics. The supporter essentially says if you have 6 different N's Pokemon in play and you knock out a Pokemon, you take 3 additional prize cards. And there are 6 in the game. There are 6 prize cards, and if you take all of them, you win. And if you knock out an EX Pokemon, normally you would take 2 prizes, but if you knock it out during a turn where you play that supporter, you would take 5 prize cards, and then you'd only need 1 more to win the game. Or if you knocked out a Mega Evolution Pokemon like Mega Venusaur, Mega Diancie, or something like that, then you would take all 6 prize cards in the same turn because you would take 3 additional ones. And even if you knocked out an EX, if you played something like Briar as well, you would take 1 more for that. So I feel like Ends. I feel like it's gonna be like a playable deck. I feel like it's not gonna be very good, just because it takes so much setup, and it has to be 6 Pokemon with different names. I forget which one it is, but they are listed, so it does specify which ones you need to have. Oh, here it is. Here's my Miraidon, the regular one that I can play for a few more months. Then I have to sort of get creative. I also have this shiny Toxtricity that I love. I love this guy. I want to put this in my electric. They also gave Pokemon to Iono, the new sort of influencer character. So, Kilowattrel. What else do we have in here? Oh, we have the Toxel for the Toxtricity. There's a new Toxtricity as well. It's a Dark type. Otherwise, you get Dark Energy on your Pokemon. And I'm gonna be building Mega Sharpedo. So that's gonna be really good for that. Mega Sharpedo basically does more damage depending on if it has any damage on it, damage counters on it, and when you put an energy onto a Pokemon with the new Toxtricity, it gives it 20 damage. So you're buffing your own damage all game. Oh, this is one of the main end cards. It's End's Plan. It move up to 2 energy cards from your bench Pokemon to your active. So it's a generic card. It works on stuff that isn't End's Pokemon, but it's pretty good. Believe what? The I don't have any sleeves with me right now. The Toxtricity? Oh yeah, I can probably do that. Let me go grab. I know I have sleeves in here somewhere. 1 second. Probably. Where did they go? Well, I have these. They're binder pages. So I can put it in here for now. I have binder pages, so I can put them in here for now. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's good. Here we go. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to find cards that definitely shouldn't just be in a box. This Night Stretcher should not be in a box. This is also shiny. Here's a regular one. Oh, here's a Yanmega. This is part of the new, like one of the new good grass cards. And wow, there's a lot of lightning energy in here. Okay, so lightning stuff. We need. Grab a third Dynamo just in case. Yeah. I mean, most of these cards are not even worth $1. Because the Pokemon card game is very cheap. If it's not like the literal best card in the set, it's worth like less than $1 usually. I don't think any Pokemon card I own is worth more than like $20. But yeah, I'm definitely keeping track of these guys. And it's almost done with this box. Last stack. So I have energy. I have a whole page of Hollow Energies that I need to sort through my binder. Yeah, cards are an investment, but oh, this is the funniest card ever. This is one of End's cards. End's PP up. I don't know why they named this card, but they knew exactly what they were doing. Attach an energy card from your discard to one of your End's Pokemon. And that is the eternal question. Why is End's PP up? That is the question we all ask ourselves all the time. That is the question we ask ourselves. I think. Oh yeah, these are this cards from the new set. That's a good card. That's a good card. That's a good card. Oh, we got Grand Tree. This is important. Ooh, Jolteon. This is important too. Electric support. We have this cool Mewtwo. I don't know if this is useful at all, but it's cool. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw your first message. I have this cool metal energy, and I have these cool Draclokes, but I have better ones. So yeah, those are going in my binder as well. But I think that is all for this box. Oh, this is a Pokeball from Black and White. One of the new Black and White Pokeballs. I have a whole page of them that I can put in my binder. I am trying to build Greninja. So, because Greninja is probably the craziest deck right now, aside from like Ceruledge. The two decks I'm trying to build right now are Ceruledge and Greninja. But yeah. They're really outdated, not useful. A really easy way to tell is if they have yellow borders. They're probably, if they have yellow borders, then they are not useful for the actual game. Unless there has been a version printed more recently. Like for example, the card Pokeball has been around for years, and there are yellow border prints of it, but it does have a version that is gray border, so you can use the old one. Greninja is so popular, one of the most used current Pokemon game online battle. Yeah, Greninja is like up there, but his card is so good. I think I have one. I just don't want to go get my binder right now. Actually, wait, my binder down here. In my binder. Oh yeah, my binder's right over here. Let me just grab it and show you. Ultimate Backpack of Doom. I have all my stuff in here. Here we go. Okay. So I have one of the Greninjas I need. I still need 2 more. And then I need all of the Frogadiers and Froakies. But this is the Greninja that I'm talking about. He's a fighting type. What he does basically is for his final attack, he discards 2 energy from himself, and then it does 120 damage to 2 Pokemon on your opponent's bench. Which is kind of insane because a lot of the things we keep on the bench are not very high HP. Mostly utility Pokemon and stuff that we're trying to set up. So it's very good. And here is I can show you the Ceruledge that I also want to play. to this guy. Sailorite is like my favorite, like new Pokemon. Like I was like, okay, this guy is absolutely insane. He's actually a convergent evolution from the Charcadet. The Charcadet can go into Armor Rouge or Sailorite. They're like sort of opposites of each other. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to sort this later because I don't want to go through it right now. And there's not a lot of space in here anyway. Card art looks so amazing. Stats are crazy. Yeah, on the Greninja. Well, that's pretty normal for current Pokemon actually. Like I think I mentioned the like the HP caps currently, but yeah. Oh yo Voidzilla, let's go. First live stream. I forgot to tell you that I was going live, but yeah, this is cool. Uh yeah. So for those of you just tuning into the stream, we wrote down some combos to test on later streams now that I know it works. And then I sort of just went here sorting through Pokemon cards because I don't have my tripod right now, so I can't really do a testing stream. So that's cool. What do you mean? Where do you get in your car from? Oh, Voidzilla is one of my other friends that you guys don't know about. So one of my students who you guys don't know about. So I don't think you know him unless you're a real fan of the channel. I am Wolf Hunt is crazy. I already have it. That's insane. Oh no, you're good. One of my students. Back in the day, quick Hazard lore story time. Back in the day, when Beyblade Burst was still a thing, Voidzilla and I went to the same high school, and I saw him constantly using Hasbro stuff and fake Beyblades. So I essentially made him a pro. Um, back when Beyblade Burst was still a thing, and I took him to a bunch of tournaments, and I essentially turned him into a monster. And then he beat me one day, and I stopped taking him to tournaments. Yeah, Wolf is like I haven't exactly tested it yet, but it's I think it's gonna be pretty okay if you have the right stuff for it, and especially with Vordzilla's like inhuman launch power. I think it's definitely gonna be a thing that he can make work. Yeah, because that's another thing. He can launch at least like 4 times harder than me, so that's kind of funny. I would, but he's a little too strong, and also I have to find out like when I can actually take him, because it's like I'll try if I can. Void, do you want to come with me to Koopa Cup this Sunday? Because if so, I can probably take you. I can probably take you there. Because I don't think we've been to a tournament at Rahway yet. Because we went to tournaments back when Flame was still hosting outdoors. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, hopefully, all I hope to do really. Yes, that is how that works. Yeah, yes, Void. You would have to enter the tournament. That is how that works. Okay. I think what is Koopa Cup? It's 15. Yeah. Okay. Koopa Cup is 15. But the prizes are crazy. The prizes were what Emperor Soul Eclipse and something else, and then the winner of when the first place after Swiss gets the new Cobalt Drake and Tackle Goat from the Infinity Stadium. Yeah, the Koopa's prizes are always like absolutely insane. Both are built different, I guess. I'm trying to get better pricing because one of the reasons that I stopped hosting was first of all, I can't really get anywhere indoors to host in the first place. And also, uh, that's funny. And also, it's just everyone's pricing is so crazy that there's no logistical reason to go to my tournaments when everyone else has better pricing anyway. Like, there's no logistical reason to. Like, completely disregarding like respect or whatever. It's like there's no logistical reason to spend money at my tournaments if I have no pricing. So, I mean, I was thinking about doing like a series of free tournaments just for ranking. And I think I'm gonna do that as soon as I get like an indoor place I can do them. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Uh, yeah. Uh, oh, nice. Oh, also that's not how. Also, Cuba, that's not how it works. But okay. I'm gonna make a video showing you guys. Actually, I think in my next stream I'll show you guys how to properly use special moves. But you have to come up with your own based on like the criteria that is necessary. Like you can't just steal people's special moves because that's not how that works. Bro, that's crazy. I will spoil it a little bit. The way that I formulate my special moves is just by using the name of the blade and what makes sense based on what mythological moves that I know work in different anime as well as Beyblade generations of the past. So for example, at one point, I think Talpicon 3, I got this Pegasus combo to use the final special move of Pegasus in season 2 of Metal Fight, which was Pegasus Stormbringer. But I was able to say, but I say it in Japanese because it's just sounds cooler. Empower Waddle Smash. The fuck is that? Empower Waddle Smash is crazy. Emperor Waddle Smash is crazy. I don't think that's how that works. I think I'll be able to do that uh tomorrow, Void. I am probably going to go to sleep after the stream. That's your special move? Okay. Not sure how that would work. I mean, if you wanted to make a Waddle Smash combo, you probably need to make something like a counter attack combo that can like wobble side to side, because that's actually a thing you can do. If you unbalance your blade enough and put it on, because I know Low Orb does that sometimes. If you put Low Orb on something that is unbalanced enough, it'll sway side to side like a pendulum. What do you mean, Void? I don't understand. A penguin? Yeah, you can definitely do that. Um, Other bits that do that really well are stuff like Transpoint. Because Transpoint, if you put it on something unbalanced, it will start to wobble side to side. You can also do that on high needle does that really well, but you can also use that. Or if you want to go really next level, you can try disc ball and try to like get it to do this because it'll do that. But yeah, it works on high needle really well. If you can get something that's like tall, if you put like whale wave on high needle, that's probably the best combo to use that special move on. Because if you can like understand briefly, like that's generally how it works. Yeah, it has to make sense. Like whatever name you come up with, you have to find parts that'll do it, or whatever parts you come up with, you have to find a name that will work for those parts. Because it's like this is based on the Metal Fight Soul Blaze, right? So my move is Quaker's Soul Blaze, which just happens to be. I don't know if any of you guys have watched Gen 8 of Pokemon, but there is a time that they go back to the Alola region to compete in a tag team race, and they meet up with the All Out brothers, who have invented their own Z move that they use with the Z ring and the Z crystal, and it's called Caligula's Soul Blaze. So because I know that move exists, I was like, okay, Soul Blaze, let me use the special move. That's sort of my name scheme with the special moves. I'm not gonna invite anyone on stream right now. This was just a test to make sure my audio and video work and everything. Maybe on my testing stream I'll invite you on Void. Yes, and this ball is very funny, but it doesn't really outspin anything. This ball is very fun to use, but it is very strange because when it starts doing like this, it if the bay is too top heavy, it'll just fall over like basically sideways, and even if it's like on this, it will just roll out. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. Um, thankfully. Um, I'm trying to see. Did everyone else get off the stream? Because I only see 2 viewers right now. I just want to know if this count is not accurate. Eclipse Massive? I don't have Massive, so I don't know. I use it on Assault because if you look at it, Assault has well, Massive is also a good idea because it matches up with the 5 contact points. But what you want for this is to not is in especially in blue mode, you don't want to have 5 points lining up with it because you want as many of them to be exposed as possible. You have a bump here, bump here, bump here, bump here, bump here, and when you put it on the when you put it on a assist blade, what will happen is you have to count how many of them are exposed to see how you have to launch it. So here you have the first one, the second one, which is decently exposed because you're hitting it from this side, right? Actually, this is the wrong way. I didn't have it assembled correctly. All right. Good night, Koopa. So when you have it on, you'll see how many of the points are exposed. So you have one bump. So the second bump is kind of aligned with this, so it's like it creates a bigger push. The third bump is exposed. The fourth bump is aligned, and the fifth bump is exposed. So you want to count for how many you have exposed. Well, Koopa just left, so it's 5 now. But yeah, that's good. So yeah, when matching this display, you just want to calculate how many of the points you can still see and how many of them line up. Because it's a 5-point blade, the 3-point assist blade, you're going to have some that are lined up. But if you use something like Massive, I'm assuming that it will just have all 5 of them exposed, or at least lined up. So like the contact is like thicker. Because also this is like one of the highest assist blades there is. So if you put it on like Slash or something, there's going to be significantly less because Slash is actually 6-sided and not 3-sided because of how wide the point is. But that's sort of my philosophy for this. And even on the stock configuration with the whatever this is called, I think it's not turn. It's the other one. It's dual. Even with dual being 5-sided, even when you line it up with it, it can even though it has 2 modes, you can get stuck in here, which is both good and bad. It's good for like stamina drain variations, but it's bad for attack because it just dampens the thing to it. And if you have it in like parry mode, it's slightly better, but it still drops very low below the blade. If you can see that at all, it drops below the blade. So it's good for blue mode, but it's slightly worse for red. Wheel 360, Wheel 360 or 760, and wall ball. That's another thing I don't have. I don't have wall ball. I have glide. But I don't think glide and wall ball are the same thing, like really at all. I think wall ball is actually a little bit more controllable. But I think it could work. I think Pegasus wheel is a little bit overrated. Just because it's so top heavy that you can just slam into it hard enough to make it fall over. Like even with the heavy build, I was kind of worried about this because even if you just hold it in two fingers, it feels like top heavy. So it feels like if you just smack it with a shark hard enough, you'll just push it into the ground. So that's why I didn't go as like crazy as I thought I would trying to get wheel because I just realized that it wasn't as good as people think it is. But I think for the wall ball variant, I feel like you could probably play 760 and be fine because I think either one could be fine actually. I'd probably not use 360 because it's slightly more burstable, especially for everyone who likes to use like super low shark variants. Wall ball helps with the wobble. Um, the thing about wall ball only really works. Wall ball and glide to some extent only really work when there isn't a lot of wobble by itself. When it can naturally stand back up, it only helps with like naturally standing back up, not with like a heavy wobble like restabilizing. It doesn't really work like that. It's the same for operate, which is sort of basically just glides too. Um, basically just glide fused with turbo, to where it only really works to restabilize when you launch flat and have good stability already. CX being top heavy, true, but if you are well balanced enough, then it shouldn't matter. Especially if you're using something like 760 to drag the weight downwards, then I think it feels a little bit better to use. Wall ball, I don't know if that's any like so much more stable than Hexa that I would choose to use it over Hexa. But I don't have wall ball, so I haven't tested the matchup. I know Max Bane, who goes to, I'm pretty sure he goes to Koopa Cups as well as Topicon. He beat me with a rod wall ball once in a mirror, and I have been trying to test it ever since, but I could never come across a wall ball. So if any of you guys want to donate to the cause, and you have a wall ball an extra wall ball that I can use for testings, that would be cool. Um, that's something else I want to jot down. I want to jot down that I have to test this thing, especially the attack mode. The attack mode is not bad, um, because I think unlike Turbo, well, they did this with Turbo too, but they made the gear actually free spin, so it behaves like a normal bit, even though it feeds together. So I definitely want to test this on some more stuff, and I'm gonna write that down. Oh no, where's my pen? Here it is. Um, operate. Okay. And the reason I'm not like writing down any specific combos to test right now is that on my testing stream, I want to go in blind to sort of show you guys like my testing process, like how I go through blind testing, because I feel like it could help some people with just like testing out of the blue, just like okay, here's the part I want to try, here's what to try it on first, and here's how to try to make it work. That's basically what I'm gonna try to do with my live streams. But again, I tried to live stream. Uh, was it yesterday? Yeah, I tried to live stream yesterday at like 3 o'clock. But so what? So the way you live stream on YouTube is very strange. I was verified and everything, but whenever you want to live stream on YouTube, there's a 24-hour grace period after you attempt to go live the first time that it makes you wait until you can live stream, which is very strange. And it also tells you that you have to connect your streaming software, but it doesn't tell you that you can stream directly to YouTube and that you don't need like OBS or something. So I spent like I started stream like 15 minutes late because I thought I had to connect the thing and I was like working on it for like 10 minutes, and I just realized I could just click go live directly from YouTube, even on the desktop, which is very strange. Oh, and I need to get a new grip because I recently mine is breaking. I think some of you might have seen this at yesterday's tournament, but is this little crack right here? That is a wear mark. And as soon as I launch too hard, this thing is completely gone. Something else I have to do is I have to rewind. This is my brand new red launcher that I've kept sort of in storage. I have to rewind all of my other launchers because they don't pull back enough. They don't pull back fast enough. Which is weird. I usually wind them about 6.5% power, but I feel like I used to wind old burst launchers about 10% power, so I will try loading one of mine to 10% and see if it's too powerful, and then if not, I'll go back to 6.5. Because 6.5 is a little bit too weak. Maybe I'll have to go to like 8.5. So they pull back fast enough. Because winding the launcher doesn't mean it pulls any harder. It just means it snaps back faster, and the launcher clogs less easily. Because if it doesn't like rewind fast enough, then it can get wrapped around the leaf spring and it will clog itself. Because there were points where the launcher would get like stuck out here, and you could like windmill the launcher around itself. There are also times when you launch out and it gets stuck on one of the prongs, and it just forgets to and it just doesn't rewind. That happened to me a few times. But yeah, that's how that works. Also, all of my winder launchers have been dying recently. This is my Eclipse launcher, and I got it. I actually got it like defective. Because listen to this and see if it sounds correct. That is because this piece is screwed in too loosely. So when it free spins, it bounces around against the circle. So I think this circle was printed. This little circle that holds the whole thing, that holds the thing in place, it was printed too large. So I think I might have to swap this out for a smaller one. Because this is like, because you can see in here, you can fit a fingernail in there. It's like a good like 1.5 millimeters too thick. And all my ripcords have been dying too, so I had to use. I have a bunch of like launchers in boxes on my desk over there. So I've needed to unbox a bunch of launchers. So that is cool. Well, I guess not really, because all my launchers are just slowly dying, which is a little sad, because I like the cool colors. I don't want to have to use just blank black launchers again. But yeah, it is what it is. If I want to, I can swap out like off and like caging. If I want to, I can swap out all the caging, but I probably shouldn't have to do that. I just want to play the game. I mean, if I get serious enough about it, then I will. Because I know I have my custom painted launcher that Troy did for me for Beyblade Dave Play 42. And I still have that. Just the internals have completely died. And I can probably swap the caging out for a brand new one. But I'd have to figure out how to take the whole caging out of the launcher, which is weird. I might do like a launcher repair segment on one of these streams just to show you guys how to do it like legally. Like technically, you're not supposed to repair launchers at all, but there's a way to do it correctly to where it doesn't like increase or decrease the power of the launcher. Like I can show you with a brand new launcher that the power is exactly correct. Okay. Let me check how long have we been going. We're going for an hour and 14 minutes now. Okay, that's not horrible. I'm gonna put all these cards back in the box so they don't fall over, because that is a problem I've had constantly. Where cards stacks, I've just had like stacks of cards that they're like 2 feet high on all of my desks everywhere, and they just fall over. So yeah, I'm gonna go through this last box, last little tin of cards, see if there's anything I need to take out of here. And if you guys can still hear and see the stream okay, can you put some stuff in the chat so I can figure out how to if the audio is still going strong, because we've been on for a good couple of minutes. Hopefully my tripod phone thing gets here in the next day or two, so I can actually go live from my phone. Because what I'm gonna try to do is go live from my phone and then join the stream on my computer so I can see chat. Because I think that's how I'll do it, or I'll have to somehow connect my phone camera to my computer so I can stream from my computer with my phone. But I don't know if that's going to be very easy to do. There's another castle. Here's a regular squawkabilly. Just draw 2 cards. It's not horrible. Some of the new like regular bulk Pokemon we got from Phantasmal Flames is actually pretty good. Like the Piplup, it just lets you search for a supporter card and you can use it while going first. So I think I'm pretty sure you can do that. It will just let you search for a supporter card for no energy. And that's pretty good because you can search for like Professor's Research or Lily or something like that to just refill your hand on the next turn, which is really good. This is all Destined Rivals. It's sort of mixed. It's like Destined Rivals, Paradox Rift, Gimmighoul. I don't know if I want to play Goldango. Goldango's a cool Pokemon and everything. It's just like the deck is so annoying. It's just it's the best deck in the game right now, and it's just so annoying. I don't know if I want to do that to people. I mean, yeah, I want to win and everything. It's just like I'm just one of those people who doesn't like using meta in anything really, just because most of especially in card games, it's not like in Beyblade where using meta it like depends on the person still. Using meta in card games is basically a guaranteed win over anyone who isn't using meta. And in Pokemon, because you have in Pokemon is like a little better than other card games because you still have like 10 meta decks to choose from that can all like have equal chances of beating each other. Basically, for argument's sake, they have equal chances of beating each other. Um, but in stuff in Beyblade, it's like using meta. It's like you still need to be good with it. I know Westerville is really good with Wizard Rod Ball, which was like the best combo in the game for a while, and he can still beat Wizard Rod Hexa variants with it. So he's good with Wizard Rod, which just happens to be meta. But in Pokemon, you can basically just play. Goldango is so easy to play in terms of like the mechanics of how the Pokemon card game works that if you're playing Goldango, basically regardless of your experience, you'll probably beat, like 4 or 5 people in a row just in a tournament. Like unless you're playing against someone who's a really good player with like the number 2 best deck in the game, you're pretty much going to win if you're playing the best deck. Because the decks themselves do so much of the hard work in Pokemon and especially Yu-Gi-Oh! Like that's something I've learned is that like the decks do so much of the heavy work. Like in Yu-Gi-Oh! I play the best deck in the game right now, which is Yummy. However, uh I was not very skilled with it toward the start of me playing it, and I'm a lot better with it now. But even when I wasn't like good with the deck, it still won me like a ridiculous amount of games just by being a good deck. I think Yu-Gi-Oh is the highest ranked game in terms of the decks doing the heavy lifting rather than the player. Pokemon is very much the opposite, to where player experience has a lot more to do with how much you can win. And I do hope to do more TCG content soon. I just haven't really been able to get around to going to locals because my locals is like 30 minutes away from me because I live in the middle of the woods. So yeah, it's not very easy for me to do that. But yeah, if you guys want to see more locals content from me, then go check out my other channel. Not many of you know that I have another channel, but it's just Hazard Requiem TCG. I do Pokemon stuff, Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals gameplay mostly. But if you guys want, I'll do like deck profiles and stuff, and like competitive discussions about like how to beat the meta and stuff because it's definitely a topic that people like look over when looking into Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like, oh, it's a meta deck, you can't beat it, but that's very not true. There are decks that can beat the meta just by virtue of how they play. Every deck has a weakness, and some decks can exploit that, and some of them you might not expect. Like the other day when I was at locals, I got beat by Centurion, which is a deck that is very much not meta. And it hasn't been in a good few years and a year and a half. But it still beat me because it's still a very competent deck. It's still a deck that functions how it's supposed to, and it's a deck that was never good enough to get any cards like banned per se. It could utilize a couple of floodgates that got banned, but nothing really integral to the strategy got banned. So it's like it's one of those decks that just went under the radar because everyone wanted to play the new stuff. So there are a lot of decks like that in Yu-Gi-Oh! To where it's like they're not unplayable, but everyone was tired of them and they just wanted to use the new stuff. Or that is how the meta usually shifts in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there's no rotation. What will happen is people just get bored and just decide to play something else. But enough about my TCG rant. I know those videos do not get a lot of views at all. Barely anyone watches my TCG content. Because if you're not like in from my experience in the world of TCG content, if you're not literally the best player in the world or have some sort of like major credential in the community, no one cares about your opinion. So it's like that's why I've sort of been hesitant to continue my TCG content because it's like the TCG. I am not appealing to the TCG community at all because I haven't like won any major events or created any sort of crazy deck that won an event or done anything like that. So it's like I have done nothing remarkable in terms of my TCG career. So no one in the TCG space would listen to me because it's like the way in which TCG players get their information is only from like the top 1% of players and like the top 1% of creators, which is kind of stupid, but you know it's just how it works. We've been going for what, an hour 20 now, I think. We have covered. I've sorted all my cards. I think I have a few more boxes of stuff, but they're like it's not anything like it's not like bulk. It's like organized bulk. And I already know what's in there, so it's like I don't need to do any more sorting for right now. If you guys have any specific combos that you want me to try, or just feature in my next testing video, then I will be taking combo requests for the next couple of minutes, and then we're probably gonna end it off for the night. Just so I can go back to trying to make my camera work, get my new tripod attachment. Hopefully I can do that, and then I will probably go live within the next couple of days. I think I'm gonna try to go live on Friday. For the testing stream, if my tripod thing gets here in time, then I'll probably do some testing, and I'll do some other combo planning for my tests as well. Because you know when I do testing videos, I usually like spend like a couple of hours planning out what I'm gonna do. But do you guys have any combo suggestions that you want me to try out? Again, I don't have wall ball or wheel, but I can try out some stuff. I can try out some other stuff. Oh, I will try to make the if do you want me to try to make the hold on, what did you call your special move? Emperor Waddle Smash? Do you want me to try to use your special move, or do you want me to teach you how to do it first? Oh, Void, you're back. You want me to try your Fox combo? What's your Fox combo? I know you used it at my tournament. I don't remember what it is, but did you like update it? I avoid. What's your combo? I'll write it down. It was. I don't remember what it was. I probably have footage of it somewhere. I just don't want to look at. I just don't want to. I just want to dig through my camera for it. Oh, it's Fox Brave 96. Fox Brave bumper. Oh, okay. Fox Brave 960. Bumper low rush. Okay. Yeah. I'll try that. Yeah, I can definitely do that. Oh, and I think I have I'll avoid it. I know you use the yellow fox chip or the gold fox chip. If you want it, I have the yellow brave. If you want to combine the colors to make it work. I think I'll try out your combo, but I'm gonna also write down what I would change to it. Now that I have the Emperor, the metal chip, I would try. I would try. I want to try Emperor Brave because I know that's been circulating around. Emperor Brave. I'm gonna try your Emperor Brave. And then I would probably put it on Flash. 360 instead. Okay, I can try that. Emperor Brave Bumper 360. Okay. I don't think Bumper is very good for Flash, but I will try it. 360. I think low rush is fine. I've seen people use it on underflat. But I feel like just for Brave in general, low rush is probably better because it stands up a little easier. Okay, looks like you are the last one on stream, Void. So we have had everyone go. I'm gonna write down the Emperor Wobble combo. The Emperor Wobble Smash combo. Emperor Wobble Smash. I'm going to. Actually, I'm gonna come up with ideas for that one because there are a few ways I could do it. Because there are a few ways I could do it. Yeah. So. The Wobble Smash combo. Okay, I'll try to figure that out. I have a lot of testing here, so I feel like that is good for now. And I'm just gonna formulate how I'm gonna do the testing for this once I get my tripod stuff in. So I think we're gonna end it off here for tonight. Again, I'll try to go live again on Friday, maybe. If I get my testing thing in on time, so we'll do some testing before Koopa Cup to see what I feel okay taking to the event, and then I'm gonna do the testing on a lower height so that it can be like a little more accurate to the special stands that we'll have for the Koopa Cup. But Void, are you coming with me? Am I taking you to Koopa Cup? Ooh, you don't know. Okay. Well, we have a few days to figure that out. Prizes are pretty good. I'd consider it because if you win, which there's a very good chance you might, then you get some pretty crazy stuff. So yeah. Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna end off stream here. Good night, everyone, and I will be back with my next video. I think I can get it out by tomorrow. Yes, my video tomorrow of the tournaments that happened yesterday. I can get it out by tomorrow. I'll get it out by like maybe 2 o'clock. I think will work. Yeah, I think by 2 o'clock I'll have it out. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you later.